The Hollywood legacy of Ron Howard's family is being continued by his children. The Happy Days actress and his wife of almost 50 years, Cheryl, had 4 children together: a son, 36-year-old Reed Cross, twins Jocelyn and Paige Carlyle, 39-year-old, and 42-year-old daughter Bryce Dallas. A handful of the actor-turned-director's children have pursued careers in entertainment, following in his footsteps. Additionally, they went on to establish their own families, making Ron and Cheryl the grandparents of 6 grandkids. Ron revealed in a 2010 interview with Parade that laughter is the key to raising children. "One cannot avoid humor," he declared. "It might not feel funny in the moment, but more often than not there's a light at the end of the tunnel and you can personally look back and find the laughs in being a parent." Ron continued, "I think I probably learned more and grown more because I'm a father than for any other reason." His oldest child, Bryce, spoke glowingly of her well-known father in an interview with the Daily Beast in 2020. She said that her father has served as a sounding board for her in both acting and parenting. "It is an amazing privilege to be a child of someone who works in an industry that you are interested in and eventually work in," she told the news organization. "It's a privilege for that person to have success in their own right." She went on to say, "But there was no greater privilege than the fact that my dad was supportive of me, empowered me, and showed me respect, real respect from day one." To learn everything there is to know about Ron Howard's kids, continue reading. Bryce Dallas Howard, Ron and Cheryl's eldest child, was born on March 2, 1981. Bryce has made a name for herself as an actress after establishing a prosperous acting career. The Twilight Saga, Eclipse in 2010 and Spider-Man 3 in 2007 were the films that brought the Golden Globe-nominated actress initial notoriety. She went on to star in other movies like Pete's Dragon, Rocketman, and The Help, but her role in the Jurassic World movie trilogy is what has made her most famous. Bryce didn't begin earning acting credits until she was an adult, in contrast to her father. "I believe I would have acted younger if given the opportunity. But I was prohibited from doing so," she said to People in February 2024. "My parents were very firm on that boundary, that they were not going to support anyone who wanted to be a child actor." Bryce has been quite vocal about his upbringing with a well-known actor and director for a father. She disclosed that she concealed her last name from her peers at New York University in a 2020 interview with the Los Angeles Times. "I remember being insecure about that when I was younger," Bryce said. "When I went to NYU, I wouldn't tell anyone my last name and I was like, 'No, Dad, you can't come see my play because people might recognize you.'" Bryce thinks that was short-sighted of her in retrospect. She even made a subtle reference to her father in her work, such as the Apollo 13 mention in the film The Mandalorian, which she directed. These days, she couldn't be more proud to carry the Howard family name. "The feeling is reciprocal." Ron said to People in 2018 that Bryce served as inspiration for the first scene of his movie Parenthood. Seth Gable, Bryce's spouse, and she have been together for about 20 years. Theodore Norman, the couple's son, and Beatrice Jean, their daughter, were born in 2006. The couple's fraternal twin daughters, Paige Carlyle Howard and Emily, were born on February 5, 1985. In addition, she has been in guest roles on other shows like as Arrested Development and 90210. However, her most well-known character is that of Natalie Walsh, which she played on the TV series Stock Talk. Adventureland, released in 2009, marked Paige's film debut. Apart from her career in performing, Paige writes books for young readers. In April 2023, she released her debut novel, A Pigeon in Paris, Petite Takes Flight. With the caption, "This story has been a whisper in my heart for many years," she shared the news on Instagram. "It's really a dream come true to be able to hold it in my hands and share it with all of you." Following their engagement in July 2019, Paige and actor Timmy Abu Nasser tied the knot in an outdoor ceremony in Central Park, New York, in May 2022. Bryce was one of the bridesmaids, and Ron presided over the wedding. Bryce sent a heartfelt Instagram tribute to honor her younger sister's birthday. She commented, "Congratulations to the newlywed couple," next to a carousel including wedding photos. I can't think of a more ideal day to celebrate the two of you, even though it took a full pandemic to get to this unique time. Tim, you have my sincere appreciation and happiness for being my brother. Jocelyn Carlyle Howard, Paige's twin sister, was also born on February 5, 1985. Jocelyn would much rather avoid the limelight than carry on her family's showbiz legacy. She also doesn't use social media. Fans are only able to see glimpses of Jocelyn's life on her twin sister's Instagram account. Paige occasionally posts birthday greetings and old family portraits of the Howard siblings. 35th trip around the sun. In 2020, Paige shared a happy birthday picture of herself and Jocelyn beside their significant others in the caption. "It was the most amazing birthday ever. I adore being 35, especially when my twin sister Jocelyn Carlyle Howard Charbonneau is here to support me." Reed Cross Howard is the only son of the film director, having been born on April 12, 1987. Reed also developed an interest in sports rather than pursuing a career in entertainment. He is currently a professional golfer and has a sizable fan base on YouTube and Instagram, where he regularly shares golf drills, tutorials, and other content. Reed claims that although his dad's job required him to move cities frequently while he was a child, his parents always tried to prioritize spending time with their family. He stated, "My mom was incredible in the way that we grew up just traveling all over, wherever my dad was filming his next movie," during a promotional interview for Bryce's documentary, Dads. "Instead of my mom just staying at home with the family and my dad traveling around, she knew my dad was a big-time family guy, so every time we moved, she would find a house to rent and new schools for us." He went on, "My dad wasn't as involved in all the coordination because he was working so hard on the movie. He was therefore quite busy at home. We could go to set and hang around with him, and he would be there for us." Reed has a son of his own. He and his wife Ashley Howard have a daughter named Aspen Lee Howard.